Welcome to Omega Strikers. You might be looking at this and thinking this is just a game of air hockey. Well, the reality is kind of difficult to explain, but let's take air hockey. Then we take League of Legends, take away some of the salt, add some spicy memes. Then we throw the mix into a blender. That's Omega Strikers. The goal of the game is to get the ball, disc, the core, to the enemy goal. It, however, isn't that simple. See those gates? Depending on the map, you have to hit certain locations on enemy side of the field to unlock the goal, while protecting yours. This is the core premise. Now, about the Strikers. These are the main attraction of the game. Strikers all share the same mechanics of being able to hit the core with a light hit. They also share a meter, which can be used to gain invulnerability, and at full meter, you get to do this.
I really am getting better, huh?
There are two roles in the game.
Goalie and forward. Any strikers can be played in any position, but some do better than others at certain things. Juliet is a brawler and mostly played in forward. She gets to have a dive kick, a punch, and Star Platinum. Then there is Atlas, who is able to perfectly replicate the entire wall of China on the opposite side of the field every time you push the advantage. Naturally, he's a goalie. Some people I know purely got into the game for Juliet because she looks cute. Me? I'm not so easily tempted. Oh my god. Yeah, as you probably guessed, I main Asher. Asher's whole kit is oriented around tanking, because in this game you can get knocked off the stage. Those abilities we mentioned earlier don't just knock around the core, they deal damage to you too. Don't think about it too much, we're working with Smash Bros logic here. The lower the health, the more likely you'll fly to the moon after you get hit. That's the core essence, but there's a lot more to the game than that. And by a lot more I mean the music. Holy crap, it's so good, and deserves to be mentioned first. We have rock, we have EDM, we have pop. Every single character in the roster has a uniquely composed theme, complementing their personality. Take this character for example. You see the sharp edges of the design, the horns and the red katana. You're probably already thinking what I was thinking at first. Yup, that's some edgy stuff right there. Then I ask you what you'd imagine the theme for a character like this would sound like. Think about it for a second. Now here's a part of his theme by Michael Staple, MaxieDaMan. The music does make a difference, doesn't it? It completely changes the vibe you get from the design and it's worth expectations. 10 out of 10, a well done track. There are other very talented artists too, like James Landino and Garrett Williamson. They are well worthy of your attention, and I recommend you go check them out. The developer team behind the game is Odyssey Interactive, and this is their first game. They are an assortment of devs from different places. Some are ex-Riot employees. The official mascot on their YouTube channel, which seems to be their primary communications route, is Sonny, a cat girl. And the intro to the game was done by freaking Studio Trigger. Now that's some quality PR management right there. The primary focus of the team seems to be creating a fertile ground for a competitive scene and encouraging competitive spirit in general. I'll be watching the development of the studio and the game with great interest. That's why I'm considering why more of my friends and the public sphere in general is not aware of this game, and why it isn't on the Steam's top sellers right now. My diagnosis? People are sleeping on this game. It, in my opinion, has a great chance of breaking through to be a hit success, and deserves the spotlight in terms of heartfelt strategy that the devs are using for running the game's economy and public campaigns. It is a veritable breeze of fresh air within the current sphere of gaming, where most of the titles have been letdowns on release, packed with horrible grind and insultingly simplistic gameplay loops. Even though my channel isn't that big, I wanted to dedicate a separate video entirely on something that I've enjoyed as of late, and want you too, dear viewer, to experience it yourselves. Go, give it a spin. Do it. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Team Rock, we have the numerical superiority. Let's do those missions, let's win this.